Today I got in the remainder of some of my packages. These are my nuts that will screw into the bottom of my wasteboard. I ordered 200 of them because it's going to be a pretty big wasteboard. Not even sure 200 will be enough, but I'm going to start out this end and work my way that way and maybe leave the end open a little more. If I have a piece of wood that's going all the way to the end, it won't need as much tack down because of the actual weight of it in itself. So 200 of these insert threaded bolts. They have a 1/4 inch thread inside of them. So 200 of those, and they'll go in from the bottom of this board. I ordered some additional cap head screws. I was running very low on these. Actually, I had some longer ones that I cut down to be shorter ones, so they ran out. So I had to order some more in. And I finally got in the last of my belting, so now I have enough belt. I actually have more than enough because I ordered 5 meters, which each one of my side rails is about 2 meters of length. Well, it's 1800 millimeters, so with wrapping around everything and bolting down at the ends, you probably need 2 meters for each side. And then I still had a full 2 meters here, so I actually have 7 meters now. I'll probably, like I said before, use this for the center, or potentially just use this for all 3 rails because the Y and X axes, because I have enough to do the whole thing with this new stuff. So I may just use the same on all of it just to be consistent and hold on to this as a backup, since I know that sometimes this stuff stretches and breaks. My next project, of course, is to work on this. I did go ahead and drill out the holes for this on this end and this end. This hole here will actually not be part of it because it will get cut off before that, but that is what I use to mark it, since that is what I used when I marked these here. I used that top hole as a guide, although I kept it on here because I'll use that to mount my belt. But underneath on these, I will not need that. I did mark across here. Light bad. There, now you can see it. I did mark across here, which is where I'll be cutting this off with a grinder. This is 3mm thick steel and it's pretty heavy. And this will go right, I'm joking about being heavy, right here, as mentioned previously. And it will bolt in on the 2 bolts indicated as these 2 bolts. As these 2 bolts here. It will bolt in these 2 bolts right here. And I already put in, actually I put in 5 T-nuts in here, but 2 here and 2 here over 4 of them. The other 2 I don't know where they'll go. I actually put 5 on top and 5 on bottom. So I have plenty in there, and then obviously this gets cut off right. You can't see it on the side, but right here, which is just below the top of this. Just below. Above that slot there, but not as high as the top. So it will sit about a 1/16 of an inch below the very tip of this. And as you can see from this, if I can get this over the top of this never hit on the inside here, so it can sit in here and not hit anything at all. It's the outside is where you're going to run, so you can't put anything on the outside of it. But the inside is fine. I won't hit anything there. So I'll put one of them on each side, and that will give me the additional strength in the middle of my rail to keep it from doing the wobble you're seeing here a little bit, which none of this is bolted down, but to keep that wobble out and the up, down, out with a big old plate in the middle here, it's not going anywhere. Just pointing that out, gonna get started on grinding these off. Drilling the holes for the threaded nuts here, and starting to put those in. That may take a while to get those holes drilled and that put in. It's 200 of them, so it's a lot. Okay, here's where I am. I've got to still install my threaded 1/4 inch nuts on the bottom of my wasteboard. But I thought the best way to do that would be to wait until I finish my belts and everything else, and then just have the machine go and punch the holes for me. So that's what I'm doing on those. I'm waiting. It goes in as soon as I get there. I haven't got any belts on yet. I didn't want to run the machine until I was sure it was all going the right direction and the motors weren't jamming up. So I just got my motors in the right direction here. Well, I did a minute ago. Now I can't find my mouse. My computer's on the ground down here. So Y. I'm not sure it's going the right direction. Let's see, that's turning that way far. What did I push? I pushed negative and it's turning this way. Pulling the belt through. So yeah, they go backwards. So that's the right direction. And they're opposite, so they're both going this direction. So that's good. Let me check my x-axis. Negative on the x. So that's turning this way, which means it will be pulling, wait, it'll be pulling the belt this way, which would be negative, right? Yeah. I still gotta stick these down on all 4 spots. They're kind of just floating out here. I need some more of this Velcro. Duralock's what I use on the equipment. It really works well, so I'm going to stick with that. Waiting for it to come in. I ordered it. So that's going the right direction, I think. Let's do that again, just make sure. Y negative. Pulls the belt this way and goes that way. Ooh, that's actually backwards. I got to flip that one. It's actually X, not Y. I think I said Y. So the opposite direction is this way, meaning it is pulling the belt this way. Wait a minute. I'm getting myself all confused. Positive X. The belt's going that way. The belt is, oh, it's pulling itself this way. Well, I'll figure it out once I get the belt on. That's simple enough to flip back and forth. What I've done so far is I've stuck to my, I'll show you real quick. I've stuck to continuing to use the CNCBuildPart2 in the exact fashion that it's always been used. Where it runs, I'm sorry, I'm covering that because it's blinding the camera. Where it uses the X, Y, and Z, and to get 2 motors on the Y, we travel around here, and right here, there are 2 motors coming in here flipped. So the A's and B's, A positive, B positive, A negative, B negative, and vice versa all the way across here. And then the outside comes around here, where they're together. So we use this bus to combine the 2 motors. And the best part was I got this on the first try. I've done this so many times with disconnecting and reconnecting these that I've got it on the first try. And I was shocked, to be honest with you. And I always like to keep this side consistent, where it's black, blue, red, yellow, black, blue, red, yellow, black, blue, red, yellow. And then I come around here and I had used 2 different cables. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. And this has black, green, red, white, and the other one has the black, blue, red, yellow. So it got a little messy in here. And to top it all off, the motors are out of old printers, and they are, I don't know if you can see colors here, orange, blue, yellow, red here, orange, blue, yellow, red there, yellow, blue, green, pink here, and then the other one's the same as this. I have 3 of these same motors, so got a little messy, but I figured it out. It wasn't that difficult. Oh, and I added this. This is really cool. Watch this. I found this at Salvation Army. I'm not sure it's going to work for what I need it for, but what it is a router speed control. So I have the Harbor Freight Drill Master, something like that, and it is a 1-speed motor. So it's on or off, and that's it. And it runs 26,000 RPMs, I think. I can double check this on the side of that now. So I bought this for $1.99. There's no way this is going to work, but watch this. So you've got auto, multi-speed on, off, and multi-speed off. So multi-speed off is just the full speed. The 26,000 RPM. And then we'll turn this up to full speed. And then on, full speed again. But watch this. I mean, we're barely moving now. And it's still moving. Coming down, coming down. I'm almost to the bottom. There I am at the very bottom. And it is literally moving at like 10 RPM maybe. I don't know if it's going to burn this thing up or not. I don't know how it works. That's all the way down, and the thing is still moving, but just barely. I've never seen one of these before. Off is in the center, and then full on, which it says off is kind of weird. It just means this controller's off, but the actual device is on. So it's got it's a 3-level switch. On speed, off, on. No speed control. And we went ahead and mounted this just like we did last time. I didn't like that, but I did bolt it down this time so it can't move, but the E-stop's a little flimsy, but it's just got to be pushed down. So I actually mounted the fan this time onto this aluminum plate so that it wouldn't constantly fall off and hit things. Still got to come up with something for this goofy piece of paper I put in here. It's still in there. I don't know if you've seen that previously, but that's still the same piece of paper blocking the wires. I don't bump anything. I do have to change my Z-axis. I'm not sure. I had a threaded rod before, and now I have the, what do they call that? Not a threaded rod anymore, but a Acme rod or something. So I've switched to an Acme rod. Man, it doesn't pick up very good. No, it doesn't. Anyway, let me hit the Z. Down and up. Ooh, I got to change that first. Hold on. Oops, that was bad. What did I have it set to? Yeah, that was 0.5 inches, and it literally came all the way off the bottom. So now I got to take it back up really slow by hand, or else I will mess it up. So I got to fix that, because obviously that was not 0.5 inches. That was more like 5 inches. I don't know what happened, but it did say in the G code here, or in the Universal G code center. I don't know if this camera's picking that up, but it was 0.5 inches. And I'm just testing in Universal G code right now. So, anyways, that's where I'm at. I got to hook up all the belts. Haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet because I was making my own little adapters here, and they're not great. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to do there yet. I got to figure something out with that. Hook up the belts. I got the belts. So, it's just a matter of hooking these up. Oh, and I did put my plates in. I didn't get a chance to see that. There's my plates, my side plates. I could stand on that probably, and that wouldn't go anywhere. So it's bolted here. I'll show you real quick. It's bolted here and here along the rail, and then of course down at that foot and down at that foot. So I'd say from here to here is about 500 millimeters. So it's not budging. Actually, I think the thing's shaking against the wall there. So over on the other side, I've got a big plate, and on this side, I've got a big plate, and those plates are about 3 millimeter thick steel, so not budging. And yeah, loose bolt for my, but the other bolts are in good and tight. I did put this on a little rest stop to get it up off those bumps, as I mentioned before. Seems to be pretty straight. We'll see once it gets running how straight it is. But that's where we stand right now. All hooked up except for the belts. I hooked up my belts, and I guess fix my Z height, and I can start cutting. Oh, and I don't have any actual in-stops working yet. I have them all installed, but none of them are hooked up. There's one, and there are the other two. So they're not hooked up because I had to order a shield to go between the Gerbil shield and the Arduino so that I could tap into the 9, 10, 11, 12 ground and 5 volts. I believe that's it. I got to double check that. On the Arduino, once I can tap into those on the shield, then I can go ahead and hook up limit switches. There's a lot of discussion on the forums about normally closed. I didn't know the difference, so I'm going to try one. Doesn't work, I'll try the other. We'll see. I don't know how much interference these motors are going to give. I got really good shielded wire, so I think we'll be okay, but I don't know. Anyways, better fix this now. Gotta go.